Showing of the Valor Racing League on YouTube. My name is Slay Grove, and today we have the Hampton 125 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway on NASCAR Heat 5. I'm here today with eNASCAR Pro League hopeful and team owner in the Valor Racing League, along with admin Dylan Penninger, known as Big Destroyer on PlayStation. D, what do you think we'll see today here at the Atlanta Motor Speedway on NASCAR Heat 5? It's a little bit different than you see on in real life on the real life track on Sundays, but what do you think we'll see here today?
Well, if it's anything like what we've seen in the Cup races, it'll be probably a single file train on the bottom. But with, since you can have, draft settings turned down and now, which is very nice, that might help it a little bit. So hopefully we can see a little more double wide, three wide racing. So hopefully it's not just follow the leader for most of the race.
That is a big thing. Usually Atlanta, the draft, when you have a normal draft on, or even highest draft, as some people who want to have some craziness on this track go with, it's very bottom prevalent. It's the bottom's just really just the bottom. You're on the bottom. If someone hits the ever makes a mistake, you can pass them. That's really about it. But with the low draft setting, NASCAR Heat, or the change in draft settings that NASCAR Heat has allowed us to have on NASCAR Heat 5 with some recent updates. Tonight's race will be ran on low draft, as you guys, if you recall, last week's race at Dover was ran on lowest draft, as will the short tracks be for our season. As you see, the 1.5s will be on low draft, along with the Super Speedway tracks, not including Talladega and Daytona. That means Michigan, Indianapolis, Pocono, tracks like that. Those will also be on low draft. And as you see on your screen right now, the 99 car, that is Josh Bilicki's Xfinity Series car, but tonight is piloted by Kill It Like Jason. He'll be on pole for tonight's race. I believe that is the second in a row. His number 99 car with a 29.255 in that number 99 for the Here to Win esports team, owned and ran by Mike Bross, Mike RPM, the Pro League driver for Petty Esports. We're going to go over our starting order here in a second as invites are going out for the lobby. As well, I always want to thank our sponsor, Speedway Collective, for sponsoring our national series. Make sure to go check them out on Twitter at SC Fantasy Racing, and also our affiliation with Pocono Raceway. Them supporting our Pocono Raceway Cup Series, our highest level of competition here at Valor Racing League. Make sure to go check them out on Twitter at Pocono Raceway, as you guys know them. No introduction for them. But I believe, are we good to join the lobby before we get the starting order going, or are we still...
I'm actually unsure. I'm afraid to join too early.
Oh, this says they're waiting on two people. Never mind.
It's Ted 4.
And well, we just got word from our other admin that we're launching the lobby. So we'll give her a few seconds here. Hopefully. I'm trying to wait until Matt says he got the invite.
Correct.
Alright. They are starting, so we are good to join. Once again, sorry for the blue screen. It happens on a weekly basis, and unfortunately you cannot hear whatever D says during this time. Now you can. Alright, 17 cars will be in the field tonight. As you will see that once... Oh, shoot, I joined too early. Yep, I joined too early. You hate to see that. A good thing I have two invites. As soon as I joined, it said 0, so I was a little jumped the gun there, but no worries. I will send you an extra invite, D, just in case you lag out. And if I lag out, I am screwed. Because I just use both invites.
Oh, well, that's how it goes sometimes.
Alright, so we'll be going to see if anybody is live here. We'll be patrolling that. I just want to hear we'll be going our starting order here for the Hampton 125 at Landmark Speedway. As we said on pole earlier, Jason, number 99 for the Here to Win esports team, on pole for the second week in a row with a 29.255, and teammate Bertster on the outside with a 29.258. Row 2 brings number 44 Runner Roads for the Destroyer Motorsports team, and on his outside, Coach Matt, team owner of the Montgomery Motorsports team. As we go to our pole setter here, Jason, they are now going through getting their starting orders here. It should be 2 pace laps. Row 3, brings number 68 of NASCAR Extreme for the Peach State Motorsports team, and outside Cyber, teammate to runner for the Destroyer Motorsports team. Once again, Row 4 brings number 10 of Red Leg and the number 4 of Robbie Racing. That is for the Red Eye Racing team for Robbie. Closing out the top 10, you have a 21 of L. Griggs and number 78 of Easy E. Row 6 brings the number 92 and the number 90. Number 92 of Jocko, number 90 of Mateo. Those guys both drive for the Saints Motorsports teams. They pilot the second row, or the sixth row, excuse me. Row 7 brings number 19 of Brennan for the Diesel Motorsports team. And the number 54 of Koala, also for the Diesel Motorsports team. Row 8 brings number 51 of Tornado and number 89 of Sniper. And closing out the field, the number 61 of Joker. The field tonight ranged from a 29.255 to a 29.790. And we might be going green here. They are all set. We will patrol that. But D, right before we go green here, do you have any picks to win this race? Obviously, now you're drivers. You're very, might be good picks. Do you have any picks to win tonight?
Well, I would love to see, you know, one of my guys, Cyber or Runner, pull off a W here. But, I mean, I think Runner's got a really good car. He's had a good week of practice. But honestly, it's kind of hard not to pick one of the here-to-win Toyotas starting on the front row. Birdster and Killing It Like Jason have been phenomenal so far in the Xfinity Series. So I think, honestly, it's kind of hard not to pick Birdster.
It's always hard to bet against these guys in the National Series. These guys are strong drivers, both in the National Series last season. They're now Cup Series drivers, dual roster as we call them. They run both series. And those are going to be hard to beat. My pick, Brennan he always seems to not do very well in qualifying, but he's always has a strong finish. My pick is going to be Brennan. And I'm going to go ahead and throw a sleeper in there. I'm going to go ahead and go with the old number 4, Robbie, as my little sleeper pick. I think he'll have a good night tonight. But as they round turn 4 for the second pace lap, we are ready to go green.
Yes, we are.
Into the restart zone, Jason gets a great jump, and we are live here at Atlanta. Jason already gets a 2-car length lead ahead of the 44 runner. Birdster starting second. As you know, D, that's a tough place to start. He falls back to third, maybe fourth, and even further back as Jason and Runner get a jump.
Yeah, the outside line, especially on restarts, is tough here in Atlanta. Everyone's trying to shoot down to the bottom. But as the race goes on, you can kind of use the outside line. If you got a couple cars up there drafting, even with the low draft, it does help. Looks like Birdster is in the wall, unfortunately. We might have a caution shortly.
One car in the grass. Birdster. We have Brandon and Robbie on the outside wall, along with Birdster. One car in the grass. That was Joker in the 61. They're still trying to clean it up as drivers are trying to sort themselves out after that crazy incident. Oh, the 66 gets loose off the corner into the 78. Those are teammates, and Easy loses it right in front of the 90 of Mateo. The 19 of Brennan's involved.
Well, folks, if you didn't think the broadcaster curse was real, it just got verified. Lap 1.
Yep, all of our Robbie and Brennan were in that, and so was Birdster. So we had trouble with that last season, the broadcaster curse. If you remember me, myself, and Jay Harper used to be in Slade. We always pick. It seems like we always put the curse on drivers. But as all that ruckus went on, we have a battle for the lead. Jason is still leading as one car in the wall as we go back to here. Seems we have some internet issues, but the 51 of Tornado has some lag there. He will be dropping to the back. Or is it a server or is it just Tornado?
I think it's just Tornado.
Just Tornado.
Mine, it looks pretty good.
Yep, just Tornado. So Tornado will dropping to the rear of a single file line so he can sort that lag out. As there's my car for some reason on pit road and D's car. Look at that. We're all here parked on pit road. But
I was taking out.
Anyway, as we said, back to the lead. Jason, Runner. Next we have NASCAR Extreme and Coach Matt down for that third position. These 4 cars and Red Leg trying to get with these guys. These 4 cars, soon to be maybe 5, have pulled away from the rest of the field. They're a single car trying to get some laps going here, trying to get some good stage points.
Yeah, there's a little pack led by the 92, I believe, with the Cyber behind him. They're trying to maybe draft together as I see Cyber pulling out of line to go around the 92.
Yeah, as we see a battle for the lead, Runner to the inside of Jason. Jason falls back in line. Let's give him the line. And Runner Rhodes will lead a lap here at Atlanta as he takes the lead.
That is a beautiful sight to see.
So we got great battles here for the top 4. Coach Matt, he's a team owner for the Montgomery Motorsports team in the Valor Racing League. He is now up to third, trying to close it on these top 2 as NASCAR Extreme, also used to be known as Vega Twister, falls back to fourth.
Well, it is a good thing to see to start. We are not seeing a follow the leader on the bottom or on the back stretch and on the front stretch, so that's nice. So there's more of a racing line, so maybe the low draft settings are paying off.
One thing, note that if you have the normal or high draft settings that we have learned as we battle for the lead, Jason back to the inside of Runner, trying to make that happen. He has a quarter panel on him. Jason having the preferred line. Runner clears him going to the corner. Great runoff.
Slams the door.
Yep, off the top side, Jason almost forced to fall in line as No gets a runoff turn forward. To the inside he goes. He has help from Coach Matt in the 9. NASCAR Extreme kind of playing fair here. Doesn't really picking anybody to go with. But with that, it appears that Jason is going to clear the 44. He will regain the lead with the 9 of Coach Matt. Don't look fast. He also could be looking to the inside here. And he's looking to sit in line maybe for a little bit, and yep, he just sits in line behind the 44 or the 99, excuse me. As he gets the bumper, the 99, which in this game will push you up the track, and he will fall back to 3rd. And yeah, you saw a little contact there between him and the 44, but Coach Matt looks like he will fall back in line, back to 3rd.
Yeah, he could have either got the bumper of the 99, or he could have tapped that apron a little bit. That'll bounce you up too. Couple different things that could have happened. Either way, he's still sitting 3rd.
Yep, sitting nice and pretty in 3rd, looking for some good points here today. So we're going to try to find some streams here, if we can get a good lap counter. That is the pretty much the only main way you can do things on NASCAR. You have to get someone to stream and show you a lap counter. So we're going to see if we have anybody in the field streaming tonight. And go to our subscriptions here. And yeah, we have Robbie Racing, Robbie Dash Racing. He's streaming his live POV. Mateo Ortiz as MJO streaming their live POV. Red Leg Racing dash 757 space PSN streaming his POV. Brennan, the 19, he's streaming his POV. So a lot of streams going on here tonight. If you'd like to tune in any of those, I can send you a link. But we have 4 onboards for tonight. We'll be switching in between those as the race goes on. But for now, we're going to go with, I'm going to go with Red Leg, who is sitting highest at the moment.
Okay.
As here we have Red Leg on the onboard here right now, sitting in P5, trying to lead that second pack of cars, if you will. As he gets the apron a little bit. It's going to slow him down, but he is followed by the 39 of Cyber, the 21, his teammate, that is L. Griggs. So these drivers trying to catch this main pack. You said there's 4 cars in the main pack, 3 in the second pack. And these guys are very much separated.
Yeah, there's a clear gap of pack racing going on right now, so hopefully the second pack can kind of get organized and get back up there. They've been doing a lot of racing, hopefully they can kind of straighten it out a little bit.
Yep, single file now in that first pack. It appears that Coach Matt has moved to second, Runner still 3rd. Vega has now, he was a little bit off, about 5/10 off of that pack, but he's regained it into the 4th position. And Red Leg getting help from Cyber and Griggs, as we said. But you have guys single file kind of by themselves behind them, and that little group of cars is led by Koala in the 54 for the Diesel Motorsports team. He's followed by his teammate, that is, I believe that is Joker Smoker. He is right now in the 9th position, and in 10th, the final driver getting stage points at the moment. That belongs to, as we fall back, that's Jocko, the number 92, who finished 2nd place last week at Dover with some strategy. But right behind him, he is going to be contender. He's going to be contender for that spot as Birdster in the 66. Behind him, as he could challenge for that. But Birdster haven't seemed to struggle with his car. I'm not sure what's up with the 66 here, but not having the best day for the Here to Win Esports team.
Yeah, he seemed to got collected on the first lap. He might have gotten loose or got pushed up, but it's a decently long little race. So when stage 1 finishes up, he'll probably get back up there and start contending.
For sure, as we right now have 4 coming to 3 laps to go. Look at this main pack. Vega Twister has passed Coach Matt along with Runner. Matt has went from 2nd to 4th since we last checked in on this main pack. But Jason still leads. Runner 2nd, Vega 3rd, but he's being contended by Coach Matt. Battle for the 3rd position continues as we now have 3 laps to go in stage 1 in a caution-free event at the moment.
Yeah, it's been pretty solid so far. Good, clean racing. Everything's kind of, filtered out a little bit. Once that first lap incident happened, everything's been pretty clean, pretty solid racing. Hard racing, but clean racing, so it's been good.
Runner trying to challenge the outside as we're on board with NASCAR Extreme 68. As he hits the bumper of the 9, pushed up a little bit. That's going to cost him some time. Runner a little bit on the apron, looking low on Jason, though. As Jason will take us to 2 to go for stage number 1 as Runner looking to get his first stage points of the season, or playoff points of the season, excuse me.
Yes. Looking strong. The front 4 definitely look strong. Will be nice to see who all comes back up to the front in stage 2 if it stays green. So we're gonna see what all kind of cars we're gonna be contending towards the end.
Looking to the second pack here for Moter. Cyber has moved his way to 5th. Griggs is now 6th. You have 7th place. That is now Joker Smoker. 8th Koala. 9th Redleg, who has fallen from 5th tonight. So trying to get that 10 car checked in as we're going to go back to the main pack. 1 to go in stage 1.
I think that was the stage.
That was the stage. That is now 2 weeks in a row that our lap counter has been a little bit off, unfortunately. You know, as we said, it's a little challenging getting lap counters here, but nonetheless, we try our best to make it work. And
that we do.
Yep. Okay, so we are going to have to go a lap forward. I thought we were half a lap behind on the stream-wise, but we are actually
full
just
lap.
A lap and a half. So with that, we're going to get the stage finishing order here. As we said, Jason gets the stage win for the Here to Win esports team. Number 99, Pole in the stage win. So far, trying to do a clean sweep as we go to him. As we go to the order, P2, that is Runner Rhodes, it appears. Get back up to Jason. Yeah, P2 belongs to Runner, P3, Coach Matt, P4, NASCAR Extreme, 5th is Cyber, and 39, 6th, L. Griggs, 7th, Joker Smoker, 8th, Quad, 9th, Redleg, and 10th, Jocko is your top 10 for Stage 1 getting points, and it appears that Tornado stayed out, and that is the courtesy rule. If you accidentally stay out under yellow, usually that's dropped to the apron. The courtesy rule by Tornado there. We appreciate him doing that. But with that,
very nice.
Restarting second, and now back into the lead is Jason with Runner and NASCAR Extreme on his tail.
It is a hornet's nest up front, I'll tell you that.
A little contact, it appeared. 44 and 68. That pushes 44 up the track, falls him back to around the 5th position now. As a couple cars in the back, a little loose. 66 and 10, it appeared. As we're going to be on board with a 10 going into turn 1.
Like a slight little bit of lag out of the 9-2, but I think it's clearing up.
Alright, we are now good on stream. We are actually just about 10 seconds behind, so that's good. Anyway,
nice.
Oh, a little contact, 3 wide for second. Griggs on the inside. Coach Matt in the middle as Griggs falls on the inside. That was Vega on the outside with Koala on the 54. He is now into the top 5. A very impressive run by that 54 car. That was Jason, excuse me. I said that was Vega, or NASCAR Extreme on the outside. That was Jason, as Vega has now taken the lead as they're 3 wide for third. And that puts Jason in a tight spot. He's almost into the wall. Koala will lose a few spots, but Jason got the worst end of that.
It's like the Here to Win esports drivers are not having a good start to stages. Maybe they can get it back going. He didn't lose a draft or the draft pack, so maybe he'll be alright.
Yep, as they're 3 wide behind him. This is a very crazy racing year, as we mentioned earlier in the broadcast. It was a little contact. They're still racing hard for these top 5 positions, and it is amazing to see.
It's been very good racing. I mean, it's definitely hard, tough racing here at Atlanta because it's a very wide racetrack, but it's been good so far.
On board the 54 of Koala, he sits right now in the 8th position, just past Jocko for 8th. The 54, he is new. This is the second race of the season. We've been through race 3, but he was in the booth with me for race 1. Ozu contacts Cyber, a little loose off turn 2. That gets into the 10 of Redleg. Nobody's affected. Cyber just loses a good solid, I believe it is now 4, maybe 5, as he falls in to the outside of the 66 as Birdster. And can he get down? No, Brennan will stay to his inside, but Cyber, fast car, looking to regain those spots he just lost.
It looks like he got loose off a 2 there and came down and tried to correct it, but there just was no room there. The 99 was there and put himself into the wall, unfortunately. See if he can fight back.
Burster in the 6-6 in the wall a little bit there. That's going to let the 19 of Brennan. We are back here around the 8th, 9th position as Brennan looking on the inside of Burster. There are 2 by 2 back here.
Looks like we have a battle for the lead right now.
Yeah, battle for the lead. Vega, something happened to NASCAR Extreme. He has now lost the lead and back to 6th. As, a little contact with him in the 10. Those guys are teammates and my drivers. Hopefully they will not do that for the rest of the race. But back to the lead. we have 3 cars battling it out. We have a Runner Rhodes. That was Jason, excuse me. I keep getting those cars mixed up. Wow. That was Jason in the 10 who made contact, 99 and 10. But the top 3, that's Runner, and the 44, 68 of NASCAR Extreme, and the 9 of Coach Matt, battling it out in the top 3 in pack number 1.
Yeah, it looks like Jason is having to fight his way back on the outside right now through 1 and 2. So hopefully he can get it back going here after getting stuck on the outside, losing all his positions. Maybe he can fight back up there.
It appears he got loose off the corner and got into somebody. And let's see if we can get a mark on who that was. And it appears that was the 10 of Redleg, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it was.
I think it was.
Oh, 1 car, very slow in the front stretch. It says Brennan the 19. So a lot of incidents happen here, but yeah, unfortunate events for the 10 of Redleg there. 99, Jason got loose off the corner, put him into the inside wall. No caution, though, just a single car incident. And we stay green.
That we do. There's still the mid-pack battle is alive and well, that is for sure, with the changing and rustling of corners here. But it's going well. I mean, a little door banging, hitting off the apron a little bit, but other than that, it's going pretty good.
Yep, we have 4th place Koala, 5th place Jason. They have separated themselves from that main big pack from 6th on back, as we have Burster now leading that. He is now in 6th, battling with Jocko for 6th position. Jocko falls back to 7th. Battle for 8th continues. As Mateo pushed up a little bit, gets into the 4 of Robbie. Appears Mateo attempting to give it back. He slowed down a little bit there. But that battle for 8th, as Cyber back there, he is now battling with 9th with Robbie, as he's trying to work his way back to the field.
Yeah, slow and methodical. That's the way you got to do it here with the way the draft is, but got to fight through it all. I mean, he's running a pretty good race so far. Robbie's running solid if he can kind of get back to the bottom and try to get back in line and get back up there.
Yep, as they now come off of turn number 4, trying to see how many laps we have to go, as we have a battle for 4th now, as that is Jason making his move on Koala there, as he pushes him up the track. And
a little bit there.
Yeah, Koala trying to save the car, still trying to gain handling of it, and he does so. Will fall back to the 5th position. As now Burst looks to the inside. That is the battle for the 5th position. As for the top 3, they're just trying to pull away and stay single file, it appears.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I would want to do. Try to get the rest of the cars, keep them out of the question. Kind of I'd rather race 2 other cars than 16 other cars, so maybe they can keep it that way.
Correct, and the 66 and 54 just made contact. 54 getting a bumper or 2 from the Here to Win Esports cars. You know, he probably can't be happy about that, but Koala will fall back to the 6th position as Burster, and now make his way back up to 5th.
Yeah, it remains to be seen on what happens if he gets back to the bumpers and what he does, so we'll keep an eye on that.
Let's see if he has the speed to. You know, these cars did start 1-2, so we know we have a lot of speed in those Here to Win Esports cars. Just see if they can get back to the top 3 and contend for this win. But as of right now, when they cross the start-finish line coming up, they should have 3 laps to go. Wow, this race is flying by. So with 3 to go, a lot of drivers still fighting positions. The top 3, Coach Matt now in the lead, with Runner Rhodes in 2nd and NASCAR Extreme, in P3.
Yeah, they're playing musical chairs up there. Who wants to lead right now? So maybe they can figure it out here in a minute.
Yep, should be now. I believe now. Yep, 3 laps to go at the moment. Hopefully, we're right on that. Coach Matt trying to secure the bottom. That's one thing you'll see a lot of guys do here at Atlanta. You will see them hug the bottom around the backstretch. When draft is a main factor, you can get huge runs. They will do that. You will most likely will not see that a lot tonight, as we call. You see right here is Coach Matt running the very bottom of the track, Runner trying to look low, as we should now have 2 laps to go.
Yeah, the battle for the lead is definitely heating up right now. Who wants to get that playoff point here? Like Runner tried to dive it in with a big arc in the corner to get a run off. He's on his quarter panel here, but he's just not quite close enough to do anything. Coming to the white here, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, coming to 1 to go, hopefully. Let's see what happens here.
Yep,
1 to go. We were on the lap counter. 1 to go in stage 2, as it's Coach Matt, Runner Rhodes, and NASCAR Extreme battling for the stage win. All these drivers looking for their first playoff point of the season. It appears, but Coach Matt has about a half car length distance back to the 44. Let's see if Runner can do anything.
As long as Matt keeps it off the apron, well, he kind of misses the whole corner there.
Yeah, Matt gave
the bottom open.
Yep.
He slams the door.
Get the bottom open, but he's not going to do anything. Coach Matt will win stage 2. Runner Road second. NASCAR Extreme will finish third. Kill It Like Jason will finish fourth. Birdster fifth. As we go through the rest of the order, it appears Mateo in 6th, MJO in 6th, excuse me, Koala 7th, Robbie Racing, P8 for the stage, nice for him, Jocko 9th, and Cyber fights back for 10th.
It's been tough. That mid-pack has been just a revolving door of just door banging, hitting bumpers, and hitting aprons, so it's kind of hard to get back. It's hard to be back in there in that pack right now.
Atlanta is a tough track. You know, if you hit that apron, you're going to lose a good bit of spots, as anybody can attest to you. And let's see if we were around that stage order. And yes, Cyber is 10th, and that closed out stage 2. So now it is just a race to the finish, as we have had 0 cautions so far here at Atlanta. Overall, very good race. We've had a lot of different leaders, a lot of lead changes, a lot of battling throughout the entire pack. So we'll see what happens here in stage number 3 as Tornado in the 51. He did not pit at the end of stage 1 there on accident, and he will get the free pass. So he will now one of his laps back. So Tornado now 1 lap down as we are back green at stage 3, excuse me.
Yes, sir, stage 3. Yeah, longest stage of the race here. Maybe, I'm not sure if there will be a green flag pit stop. There might be. But if it stays green, there might be one. It's like the 89 of the Expert Sniper got put up to the wall, ended in 3. We are 3-4 wide coming off with.
This is Burst are trying to save it. 61 in the grass. Jocko can't save it. Brennan, Cyber, they're all around. Major wreck. Easy E's involved.
That will bring out a caution. First caution of the race here.
First caution of the race in stage 3. So
yeah, things are gonna heat up here in stage 3. Everyone's gonna be. They realize, hey, it's crunch time. I gotta get to the front. So the chrome horns are now activated.
Trying to see if we can get a direct diagnosis on what happened there. As we have the onboard stream of Red Leg Racing, number 10 car.
Yeah, I think he was in the thick of it.
It appears that there's just everybody stacking up on the inside. Jocko and Sniper had nowhere to go. They made contacts and them through the grass. 78 got involved. And yeah, a 3-car incident resulting in our first yellow of the night. And with that, the 51 of Tornado will get the free pass once again. And Tornado, back in the race after just 1 yellow and 2 stage cautions. As some cars, some strategy, some guys staying out, some decide to pit. But it appears that the 9 of Coach Matt, the 54 of Koala, along with, as we get back up here, it appears 78 of EZE, 90 Mateo, they all stay out. So top 4 looks like they stayed out. Everybody else pit, and we're back underway.
Yeah, well, they probably took 2 tires, or honestly just came in for fuel, since they ran half a lap or 1 lap on tires. So
correct.
We'll see what happens if they can hold their positions here.
Ooh, Easy little contact outside the wall. He's going to keep it in the wall. That's one thing. Easy is very no force. Keep it clean. Oh, little contact back there. They were
put the 4.
Yep, they were 3 wide back there. 21 little contact with the 4. That gets him to the 78. 78. Still having troubles getting going as he's back in the wall still, so a tough restart there for the 78 of Easy E. As Coach Matt leads Koala second with NASCAR Extreme riding in third.
Yeah, I'm excited to see if the 54 can stay up front here. He's shown some decent speed. He's been kind of moved around a little bit, so hoping he can stay up there.
Yep, as we look back towards in the top 5, Jason, our pole setter and stage 1 winner, sitting in P4. You have Runner Rhodes, who's been up front all day in P5, and Birdster, who started outside row, who has been quiet today, right now in P6. As Koala, looking to the inside, trying to put his nose out there, not going to make the pass, as we still ride single file for the entirety of the top 8.
Yeah, it is a train, just nose to tail, waiting to see who messes up first, and it looks like we got a 44 peeking out here. Let's see what, maybe he got pushed out, I'm not sure.
Look, a lot of cars got loose off that corner. As Runner into the outside wall, they got pushed, perhaps.
Could have. I kind of missed it. I'm not sure. It could have been a lag spike on the backstretch that moved everyone, that shuffled everyone up. So I don't know. We'll see here.
Koala to the inside. He clips the apron though. Gets into the 9 of Coach Matt. That's going to send the 9 into the wall. And here we go. They're 3 wide off turn 2. Jason now looking to the inside. 3 wide on the backstretch. Jason in the inside. Koala in the middle. NASCAR Extreme on the outside. And this is going to get tight as NASCAR Extreme forced to ride that high side. Him and Koala both going to lose a lot of spots after that.
Ooh. They're 3 wide in the front.
Ooh, the 9 will
68.
contact with a 68. That puts him into the outside wall. He'll fall back and lose a lot more spots, joining his 2 teammates back there. There's a little lag out of Jocko that does not cause any issues, but we will keep paying attention to that.
Yeah, the sense of urgency is high right now.
92 loses it off the corner. Wow. Right back into the 90. That is a major wreck.
We're still green? We are still green.
No, nope, caution is now out. It is.
That was a hard hit.
Trying to get a report on what happened there.
Looked like someone got sent down to the inside wall and tried to bring it back up, and they just couldn't save it. I don't know. That car just turned dead right, but I don't think it was intentional.
There's a thing with a lot of these cars that and I'm sure you've experienced it too, D, where if you kind of get loose and you try to overcorrect it, these cars are so loose going back to the right that sometimes you just lose it, and it's a very hard process to do, especially at tracks like Atlanta, like these big 1.5s, 2-mile tracks. That can happen. So that will bring out our second caution today. Jocko getting loose into turn 3, getting Mateo and a lot of the field.
Yeah, that was a big one. That one would have hurt. That one would have hurt.
It appears we have some more strategy here as Jason and Bertster. This is how they looked when they started the race. They are now in the front row as Jason regains the lead. Bertster second with Koala third, Coach Matt fourth, and Runner in fifth. Coach Matt on the apron.
His way down to the bottom. I don't know about that.
That's going to cause some struggles. In the back is Cyber. You see guys like Cyber, Mateo, Red Leg on back. They get shuffled out to the outside line because there's Koala making a major block to the inside.
Hey, laps winding down. Got to do what you got to do.
As we are now coming to 27, we now have 27 laps to go, which means if these guys have some fuel strategy in play, and this goes caution free, I'm not sure if tires will make it, but if these guys can conserve their tires and conserve their fuel, this could potentially be a fuel mileage race if it stays green.
Very much so. With the 2 Here to Win esports cars up front, those are the cars to beat. They have shown speed all season, so them up front, them teaming together, could be bad news for the rest of the field. Bertster,
however, just like the start of the race, stuck on the outside, cannot do a thing about it. He finally finds a hole back inside, which actually might have caused some issues. He kind of chopped the 68 there, which will create problems with the 10, the 9. They're still trying to save it off of turn 2, and it appears that they finally will.
Well, that 66 is diving down into 3 here. 44 kind of slams the door on his nose a little bit.
66 up the track. That's going to cause him some problems.
54 up the track.
He's going to get the 44. 44 loses it. And that's going to create a major pile-up. 66, 51, 4. Yep, that is caution number 3 of the night. Causes, see, there were 3 wide off of turn 4. The 54 got loose back into the 44, and the 44 nowhere to go. He loses it off turn 4, and it causes a major pile-up. So that's caution number 3 of the night, not counting stages. These guys are getting antsy, and that does eliminate fuel strategy. But tire strategy, there are some guys who cannot go a full length on over this, so we'll see what happens here. And it appears, actually, that even if Runner didn't wreck, there was some contact that caused the 10 to get hard on the outside wall before the 44 wrecked. So there was 2 separate incidents there on that wreck right there. So a little trouble there off turn 4 for multiple drivers.
Yeah, the 44 saw an opening on the bottom. I can't blame him. I would have taken it 2 laps are winding down. Just unfortunately, just got collected in something else. But I mean, hey, got about a fuel run, full fuel run. Wow, can't talk. Left. So let's see if he can fight back. It's gonna be tough though. About 19 cars in the field here.
Yep. As we now will have trying a lap count here as Koala will now lead in the 54 car. Jason trying to follow. He's in, or that is, I've got those cars mixed up. As Vega trying to follow in second. As he gets past the inside, almost past 61 of Joker Smoker, he'll fall back in line. As right now, so far, the most part is one car a little high off of turn 4. That might cause some problems. Easy E trying to save his number 78 machine. He does. Oh, one car
is sideways on the front stretch.
21 sideways.
21 in the 4. It might not throw a caution. Single car incident. Looks like.
Oh, 51. Some very bad lag here. We'll have to have that reported. As yep, 21 and 4 had some contact there. They will. They'll be all by themselves for a while if this goes caution free. But for the time being, still Koala is out front with Vega in second, Joker third as the 39 of Cyber is inside. Cyber making his way back to the front as he's now back up to third with Coach Matt. You see him right there in fifth, and Mateo is in sixth.
This is the highest 39 has been all race, I believe. Trying to block low here to preserve his position.
Yep, trying to follow the 68, it appears. Past the 54 is Vega, or NASCAR Extreme, excuse me. Your new leader with Cyber trying to follow. Ooh, a little contact there.
The 54 is holding strong on the outside there, though.
As he's on board here with the 61 of Joker. As the 54 tried to fill a gap that was not there, and he will go to the back and will lose a lot of spots as he is still trying to save that machine.
Yeah, I think that will not throw a caution, unfortunately.
Nope.
Like a single car incident. That's unfortunate. He's been having a pretty solid race. Pretty solid stage points. He just tried to come down and get back to the bottom without losing too many spots. It just wasn't a spot there.
So with that, NASCAR Extreme leads. Cyber is running in P2. P3 belongs to Coach Matt. P4, there is a battle there between the 90 Mateo and the 61 of Joker Smokers. Those two hard battling.
Yeah, and then behind them you have the two Here to Win esports drivers fighting amongst themselves, it looks like right now, for any points they can get at this point.
Ooh, the 99 tried to put a spot in there that was just not there. Tried to look low on the 61 of Joker. This is where you kind of build patience. The 99, I think us as broadcasters, even the 99 and 66 are faster than the 61 and the 90. Even the 44 has some contact there with the 66, excuse me, actually sent the 44 into the 99. There's some teammates battling there between other cars, but these drivers, they're faster than the cars they're racing around. And you got to build patience. You got to pass these cars cleanly and work around them with strategy. You can't just go in there and dive bomb them. You got to pass them with strategy. So one car through the grass, trying to save it. The 10 of Redleg, as he goes through the grass.
He's had a solid race too.
Yep, saves it. Only a single car incident, so there will not be a yellow.
A lot of hard racing here right now, folks.
And we're on board here with Burst in the 66. Right now riding in the... Now the 7th, looking for 7th, it appears, inside of Koala. They're battling hard between these two Toyota drivers, not teammates. Jason now trying to bump draft his teammate past the 54 as Brennan, who is teammates with Koala, is trying to follow. And also got a good battle here for 4th. Runner goes in and past 61 of Joker. He's now up to 4th with Mateo looking for 5th on Joker. That will not happen.
I don't want to have a biased opinion here, but the 44 has driven through the field after restarting pretty much last. So that's a valiant effort to get back up to the top 5 here.
Runner's had a great day so far. Some adversity set him back with that last wreck that he could not control. As we right now have 14 laps to go. And right now, the 3-car battle for the lead between NASCAR Extreme, as I got to switch cameras, so I can't tell who's up here, between NASCAR Extreme,
Coach Matt, and Cyber.
And Cyber, yep. Cyber kind of falling off. Cyber, he's very good with his long run setups. He could just be saving his stuff, and then when it comes to go time, 10-5 to go, could make a push. But right now, it's NASCAR Extreme, and Coach Matt leading the way with even Runner trying to get back up there. He is starting to put some gap on the rest of the cars in that second pack as he is in P4, trying to maybe go help his teammate at 39.
Yeah, that would be ideal to help his teammate out, but it looks like the 39 he could be backing off a little bit. He could be just saving his stuff. I know he's got a pretty good long run car. We were talking before the race. So maybe he's just waiting for his car to come in, then he'll go back after it.
NASCAR Extreme for the Peach State Motorsports team would be great for that team to get a win in the Peach State. But right now he has a lot of talented drivers behind him. Coach Matt and Cyber, both drivers who are very talented, who've had chances to win races and chances to compete for wins for as we have a caution is out.
Oh, this throws a wrench into everything.
I can't exactly tell who, but on the Brennan onboard, Brennan got shot up into the outside wall trying to see how he exactly got there.
I'm not sure what happened to the 10, but he is on pit road. Did he get forced down pit road? I'm not sure what happened there.
We're going to try to get a look here at what happened. We have the Brennan on board here. And, ooh, Koala, a little out of shape on the front stretch. Saves it, though. Brennan gets the apron in turn 1, middle of 1 and 2. On the backstretch, and we're not going to be able to see actually what happens here. Can't actually really tell.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure.
I was going back green. It's red leg. It appears he was on pit road when the caution came out, so he is your leader.
Wow, that just worked out beautifully for him. How many laps left here, sir?
We now have 8 laps to go. As Cyber puts it 3 wide, and NASCAR Extreme goes up the track. He keep it clean though. 3 wide off of turn 2.
Coach Matt to the point right now with Runner pushing him. Cyber stuck on the outside with Redleg and Vega. NASCAR Extreme, excuse me.
I keep saying, Redleg off the corner, gets loose into the 99. That's going to cause the problems back into traffic.
That should bring out a caution.
They're still trying to save it. No, 78, 10, 4, 89, 51, 21, all involved, and that will bring out a yellow.
Ooh, this is going to come down to a very short run to the end here. This is going to get hairy.
Yeah, it was Coach Matt looking for his first win of the season. Runner Rhodes as well. Remember the winners this season so far have been Burster at Auto Club and Ace Strikes, who could not make it tonight. He won last week at Dover. There's been a lot of stories. First week it was here to an esports team looking to dominate the Xfinity National Series season. They came out strong and had 2 of the fastest cars in the race. We went out to Dover, and strategy was the name of the game, with Jocko having a chance to win, but Ace Strikes, his teammate, ended up coming up with the win. Having a fast car with a little bit of strategy help from himself as well. And this week, it's been really everybody. We've seen Coach Matt in the 9, the 44, 66, 99. We've seen the 10, the 68, the 54 even. We've seen all these cars leading laps and having contention to win. So it's been a mystery of who can win this race. But as we're about to go back to green, none of us can talk here. As Coach Matt in the 9 with a 44 runner to his outside. As we now have 4 laps to go. It's going to be a shootout for this one.
Yes, it is. Anyone can win it at this point.
NASCAR Extreme falling back on the outside. The outside not a great line to be in. As Coach Matt right in the middle. As you have the 2 Here to Win esports cars right behind him. With Birdster in second and Jason in third.
We're going to 3 to go here.
3 laps to go. Birdster looking low. Does not have the move.
Yeah, I think patience is now out of the window here. So whenever anyone sees a hole, I think they will be taking it.
Coach Matt went high there off turn 2. As Jason, those are teammates battling for second here. And if you're Coach Matt, you love to see his Birdster tries to fill the gap. Not going to be able to do it. As we have, 2 cars on the right outside wrecking in the back. As we now have 2 laps to go. As Cyber will dive low.
Cyber's looking. Looks like the 44 is giving his teammate a little bit of room here, but the 66 is battling back. Let's see what happens here. Yep,
Coach Matt leading with 2 laps to go, trying to hold off the 99 of Jason, your pole setter. Cyber in the 39, also looking to the inside. He gives him the bumper. Cyber to the inside. That wall, 66 behind him hits the apron. As we come off turn 4, Coach Matt will give us the 1 to go. 1 to go, brought to you by Speedway Collective. Will Coach Matt get it done, or will someone else behind him? As all these guys, the 61 gets put on the apron by the 54. He pushed up the track. Those who are teammates.
This white flag or 2 to go?
White flag.
Looks like Coach Matt is in. He's sitting pretty. I don't think anyone's going to get him.
Coach Matt into turn 3 has a nice gap over the 39 of Cyber. Cyber's bowed his way through the field multiple times tonight, but not going to be able to get it done, as Coach Matt will get the job done for the Hampton 125 at Atlanta.
That's a good win for the 9 car. He was up front the whole race.
Yep, great drive by him today.
So your top three is what? Coach Matt Cyber and was it the 66
Want to get that
or the
here.
99? Is that Jason?
Hit there in a second. Coach Matt wins. Cyber in second. Kill Like Jason third. As I just lost the order.
I think Runner got fourth, and I think it was Birdster in the 66 with fifth, but I could be wrong.
As Coach Matt does win, we will get interviews for Matt, Cyber, and Jason cap off this broadcast. But Runner Rhodes, he'll finish fourth. Birdster fifth. Mateo gets sixth. Joker Smoker in seventh. Jocko P8, NASCAR Extreme P9, Expert Sniper in the 89. He will finish P10. As we go through the rest of the order, we have Koala P11, Robbie Racing in 12th, Redleg 13th, Griggs is 14th, Ride the Tornado is 15th, Easy E 16th, and 17th. Brennan will be capping off the field. Fast lap of the race, we can get to it. Appears to be from Joker Smoker, a 28.992, a blistering lap time.
It's moving.
Yes, it is. I actually want to go look at the all-time leaderboard. That is
Fast.
Let's see, Atlanta on the Cup Series. Atlanta on the daily. Wow, our entire league race is top 10 on the daily. That's fun to see. We go to the weekly, and
That puts him 10th for all time.
10th all time. Joker Smoker, 10th all time. As we see, that is the only driver for the league. As you see, McLovin, I'm sure that was for a different occasion, but. Joker Smoker, top 10 leaderboard after in a league race, which is always impressive. But we're going to get three drivers in here as we are blue screen again. Once again, you kind of hear D. In a quick second. Oh, that is the wrong thing. I don't mean to hit my driver, but we will go and start off with the P3 interview once we get to the next screen. Once again, please make sure your party audios are set to allow drivers as we go to our third place finisher, the pole setter, stage 1 winner, and arguably had the fastest car of the night, but just was not there at the very end to get the win tonight. Kill It Like Jason, are you here?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Jason, once again, pole setter. I believe it's your second of the season, and once again, your second race in a row to get the pole and the stage 1 win. Showing you have the speed tonight. Walk us through your race, because we know, as from the booth, it was a hectic one.
Hectic ain't even the word, man. It was just, I don't know, it almost was like Daytona, man. You just had to stay on the dang bottom. So, the draft was too strong. I mean, crazy strong. So, basically, definitely had a good car at the start. Once you got to the outside, man, you're just getting past 3-4 cars. So, once you're behind them, it's hard to work your way back up. That last run on the last stage, I got hooked and just completely I was turning my car left and the car just went completely right. Killed us, put us to the back a little bit, worked our way back up, and messed up with my teammate, man. Should have stayed behind my teammate at the end there. We could have picked off the leader. We definitely had a faster car than him, and got underneath him and just kind of screwed everything up. But other than that, we definitely had a good car, just unlucky.
That's one thing. This is going to be the name of the game tonight, and this goes for, I believe, every driver in this party who finished top three. There were a lot of leaders, and I believe every single one of you guys were in the back at some point, in 14th, 15th, and had to work your way back to the front in this event. So, just at a track like Atlanta, how difficult is it to work your way from the back to the front? Some tracks, like so like Auto Club, where you can use the apron 3 and 4 as a big one, or even passing the outside, or even like an Iowa where you can use the outside line and make some passes. How difficult is it a track like Atlanta to work your way from the back to the front?
Pretty difficult, but you kind of just gotta stay patient and let people run up the track a little bit so you can get underneath them. But it's kind of tough if you got somebody behind you just right on your bumper trying to get underneath you. So you try to work your way up, but you might get passed by the guy underneath you. So it's pretty tough, man. It's pretty tough, and the draft is just stupid strong, man. Just so strong. I feel like if we had no draft, man, I feel like I could have pulled away for sure. But it is what it is, man.
Yeah, that is one thing here. We run this on low draft or 1.5 mile races, and it is still very strong. So, yeah, it's a big thing. If we were on normal draft, that would be we might have some problems. But D, do you have any questions for our third place finisher?
No, I mean, he started up front, was up front for what, stage 1 and 2 for the most part, and then got shuffled a little bit there at stage 3. But I mean, overall, very strong start to the season. I mean, it's kind of hard not to pick you or Birdster to win races at this point because you guys are so damn fast. So I mean, honestly, it's good overall. Keep it up, and we'll keep seeing you in the booth.
Yeah, man. Hopefully I get some luck on my side soon, man. Been real unlucky lately.
Hey, it happens. It's racing.
For sure, that is Jason, driver number 99 for the Here to Win esports team owned by Mike Bross, with another top 3 finish and another great points day. Thank you, Jason, for your time at the booth. That will send us to our second place finisher, a driver that we kept our eye on today. He was in the back for a lot of the race, but none to his own fault. Was able to work his way to the front at the very end, and when it mattered, came home with a P2 finish. Cyber, do you have a copy?
Yes, I do.
All right, Cyber, once again, you started very well and got shoveled to the back. No incident to your own fault, but were able to fight way back to the front with that number 39 Chevy Camaro and finish P2. Walk us through your race.
Well, in the first stage, I was just trying to just be patient and stay in line on the inside so I don't get past. Came home in 5th in the first stage, not bad at all. Second stage, meanwhile, I was like pinballed like crazy because I was just trying to make moves to try to at least get back into the front, and I got pinballed back and back and back. Got in a wreck. About lost my temper a bit, but kept it in the game. Kept moving back up to the front. Got positions when a lot of people were making mistakes, and if I only had like a few laps, I feel like I would have caught the 9 course. Just if I didn't have the mistakes, I feel like I would have been right there. But anywho, just strong run, second place. There's nothing to be ashamed or mad about that. I'll take that all day. Just gotta avoid the mistakes and still be up front, basically, and win these.
That is for sure. As we said, like I said, qualified good. Got shoveled to the back. I'm going to ask you the same question we asked Jason. How difficult is it to work your way from the back to the front here in Atlanta, as you were the one that we kept our eye on? So, you were in the back after an incident and worked your way to the front.
I have to agree with Jason's repliance on like how tough it is to get from the back to the front. It's just that you have to like take your time, pick one by one, make sure they run up the track like Jason said. Just stay on the inside, and then hopefully you'll keep moving your way up to the front. That's basically what my mantra was the whole last part of the run.
For sure. D, do you have any questions for our second place finisher?
No, overall, let's kind of keep an eye on you because you are one of my guys, and I was watching you and Runner all night for the most part. But yeah, you've been stage 1 and 2. You kind of got up like 5th in stage 1, and then you kind of fell back a little bit, got stuck on the outside. But overall, great speed, methodical. I'm sure if you had a few more laps, you probably could have got to the 9, but that's just Atlanta. With the way the draft is a little bit, it's kind of hard to get back up there. But overall, solid night, great P2, and then move on next week.
Yep, I'm ready for Kentucky.
Yes, sir.
Yep, for sure. That was Cyber, driver number 39 for the Destroyer Motorsports team with a P2 finish after a hard-fought day. That next will bring us to our race winner, driver number 9, JRM number 9 car for the Montgomery Motorsports team owner, Coach Matt. Matt, do you have a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
All right, Matt, once again, fantastic race. You were up front, and we kept saying that there was about, I feel like about 20 lead changes throughout the night, and your name was almost in the conversation for about all of them. Walk us through your race, and how exciting is it to get your first win of the season?
No, I mean, it's definitely exciting, especially with, pretty much exactly what Jason and Cyber said, except for with the catching the 9 part. I feel like I was pretty quick. Especially at the end, with the draft being as strong as it was, I was extremely worried that I'm going to get destroyed on this restart. They're going to line up and I'm going to be screwed. But for whatever reason, I was able to pull away there at the end. I think there was a little bit of battling at the end, which, everybody's trying to get every position they can. But I was really happy with the car. And I think the main thing tonight was the draft was way stronger than anybody was anticipating. Like I said, you gotta find the bottom, you gotta hold it. The thing is, if you're holding the bottom, the car likes to drift up a little bit, and there's always going to be somebody right there in your bumper to try and take that spot. So I think a lot of people got caught off guard by people getting runs underneath them. I know that a few times I got shuffled up to the top, and the main thing was to try not to lose too many spots to try to find your way back in line. That way you could still hang tough. But in all seriousness, I mean, there's so many cars I think that could have won tonight, whether it was the 99, the 44, the 39, were all really quick. But it was really just right place, right time. I kept waiting for a long green flag run. That's what I built my car up for. The tire wear was perfect on the right side. As far as, fuel and everything, I was looking forward to a long green flag run with green flag pit stops. Is kind of how I built my car around, but still had enough short run speed to get the job done.
For sure, as I don't think I can ask you the same question I asked the other two, because it seemed you're always in the top 5, top 6 for tonight, always up front and battling for the lead. But like I said, I'm going to ask you once again, first win of the season. We've had a new winner every race. Shows how competitive our national series is. How exciting is that to know that you are locked into the playoffs as of now, if you fit the requirements, which is pretty much a show up for every race. But yeah, how exciting is it?
It's definitely exciting, especially, being this is my first year with this league, and I've had a lot of fun, working with Max and Taddy and McLovin, Tornado and Diesel pulling, just a great group of guys, and it's been a lot of fun to work with them. And the racing for the most part has been super clean in both the Cup Series and the Xfinity Series. I think it would have been even cleaner tonight if it wasn't for just the draft being so strong and people just getting caught up in situations they weren't necessarily expecting. I know there's one situation where I got to apply the 21 car. I was on a restart where he had got up underneath me, and then it was he was on my inside, I was in the middle, and Jason was on the outside. And then going into turn 1, he could have forced it there, but I'm really glad he didn't. I was able to preserve, Jason and I from getting murdered going into 1. But yeah, definitely exciting, and looking forward to the rest of the season for sure.
For sure. Dee, do you have any questions for our winner tonight?
No, not really. I mean, he was bad fast. I mean, I don't think he left the top 5 the entire race. So, I mean, the 9 looks strong, as has all season so far. I expect more good finishes from the 9. I mean, he covered all I wanted to talk about. So, phenomenal job on the win. Good job locking yourself into the playoffs, and looking for more time in the booth here.
Yeah, same here.
All right, Dee, that will close out another night of fantastic racing. What were your overall thoughts on tonight's Hampton 125?
I think overall, I mean, it was a pretty solid race. I mean, me and you both kind of knew tempers were going to get hot here at the end. I mean, you got to hold that bottom. You can't leave it. The chrome horns are going to get activated. I mean, I think overall it was a really solid race. I mean, there was a couple of one-car incidents that the cautions didn't get called. But, I mean, other than that, I mean, really solid. I mean, what we expected, and I think it was a good race.
For sure, that's my opinion there. I thought it was an overall solid race. Had a lot of lead changes, a lot of different guys with contention to win. A lot of guys who could have won. I think about there probably you can name 6, 7 guys who could have won that race and had a position to win. So, Coach Matt came away. He was in the right place, right time, and got it done. And even guys like Saber had to fight their way to the front for most of the race, and guys like Jason, who as well had to fight their way through the field multiple times. But that will do it from us in the booth tonight. Once again, thank you for everybody tuning in for another night of Speedway Collective National Series Racing here on the Valor Racing League. Congrats once again to Coach Matt on his win, and Cyber, K Bionic, and Kilt Like Jason on their top 3 finishes. We'll see you guys tomorrow night on this channel at Atlanta for the Pocono Raceway Cup Series for the Peach State 200. And you will see us next week once again as we head to another Speedway Collective National Series race. Thank you for everybody tuning in once again, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.